So my idea to decrease the amount of NPK in the lake is to create a basic sewage system that will run off into a sprinkler system. The materials I need are a basic sewage system with a septic tank and an underground sprinkler system. The costs for the sewage system and septic tank are around $1,500 to $4,000. The sprinkler system would be about $3,000 professionally installed. I would also create a barrier at the coastline of the property that will capture water heading into the lake, and then have the water it captures recycle it into the underground sprinkler system. That way, the owner will be able to reuse the water as a sprinkler system, being able to use the NPK over and over again. This is the side view of my system. As you can see, there's a 3-foot barrier that is able to collect the water, and then an underground sprinkler system will run through the entire lawn or property of the house. And underneath the sprinkler system there will be a septic tank for the overflow water. And now this is the aerial view. As you can see, there is the barrier stretching across the entire property, and then 2 overflow tanks catching the water, and then the sprinkler system running throughout the whole property. And again, the same picture, but just flipped at a rate. What is NPK? Well, NPK helps create good, strong plants that are filled with nutrients on the ground level. It is also good for aquatic plants because most water is potassium deficient, which causes plants to die. Plants assimilate nitrogen into amino acids and use it as building blocks for protein in the plant. Phosphorus is a major component in plant DNA and RNA. Phosphorus is also critical in root development. Potassium is important for a plant's ability to withstand extreme cold and hot temperatures, drought, and pests. All NPK particles are about the same size, hard and stable particles, with low levels of absorbency. This is a chemical fertilizer produced by adding phosphate and potassium to ammonium chloride base. If too much NPK is taken away, it threatens the chance of plant growth. However, if too little is taken away, it pollutes larger bodies of water. The use of my new water recycling system will reduce the levels of NPK in the lake by catching the runoff and then redistributing it back into an underground sprinkler system, with septic tanks acting as overflow. The barrier at the shoreline will be able to catch a large amount of the NPK that flows into the lake. Because the barrier will be fitted with a screen that will be able to catch the majority of the NPK particles, along with a large amount of water, the levels of NPK in the lake will greatly decrease while still being able to recycle the water back into a sprinkler system. This will also decrease the need to constantly keep fertilizing the soil.